Hello again. Good evening. My name is Puey and I am CocoMelody's chief designer. And welcome back to this is my second week. How exciting. And thank you for watching my first episode. It was overwhelming. Actually, I didn't expect that I'm going to have a lot of viewers. It's amazing. I thought I only have my office mates and my friends going to watch. But thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. And so today we will talk about our topic for today is about timeline, wedding planning, and to-do list. But before that, I will do a recap of our topic last week. So last week we talked about wedding gowns. We talk about the silhouette. We talk about the neckline. We talk about the history of my history, my company's history, and it's to do a recap. So let's say the gown. I talked about last week that there are different kinds of silhouette. I don't know if you remember what I told you guys, that there are at least six silhouettes, from A-line to ball gown to trumpet to mermaid to sheath, fit to flare, and the empire is like around 7. And another thing is the neckline, the different kinds of necklines: the Sabrina, halter, the high neck, the jewel or the round neck, the strapless or the heart shape, off shoulder, the off shoulder, and then the tip of the shoulder. So, and then aside from that, aside from the neckline, we also talk about the back line, like the back neckline, like the keyhole, the strapless as well, the V-neck, and then the scoop. And while you can do your research, I can also, if you have questions, you can also email me at Puey@CocoMelody.com, so I can answer your questions about silhouettes, about neckline. But today we will talk about, we're doing a recap of what we talked about last week, and then we also talk about the train, like the different length of train, from floor length to suite to chapel to cathedral and royal. And then aside from that, we also talk about fabrics. With the commonly used fabrics for weddings, like chiffon, lace, satin, tulle, and then brocade. So we use that. And so, okay. And then I also talk about what is the best thing to do when planning your wedding gown. Like I said, like the first thing that you need to do is to figure out the story about you and your fiancé, and then to find your story, dig deep, and ask yourself the right questions, and know your story before you begin shopping a wedding dress. And because story is very important, because for you to be able to find a dress, you need the theme, you need the story. So that's why it's very important. And then keep an open mind when going to a department store or a shopping, like a bridal store, that when you go inside, not all dresses that's hang they look good, because most of the dresses, they don't have a hanger appeal, but you will only see the beauty if it's worn. But also, that's why I also recommend the custom made for wedding dresses, because sometimes the one that you see in store, it's not your measurement, it's not your size, the proportion sometimes it's off. So I highly recommend doing a custom made wedding dresses, because it's a very important event, so you have to look perfect. So it has to be perfect, the proportion, the measurement, the size, and everything. And okay, later on I will answer your questions. I know I can see some questions already, but I will answer that after I discuss all our topics for tonight. And okay, so about to-do list, and I have two kinds of topic. The timeline for your wedding gown, and then the timeline for your actual wedding, the whole event. Okay, but first I want to talk about timeline of your wedding gown. Let's say 12 months before. 12 months before your big day. So what do you have in mind? But for me, my suggestion is define your story first. If you can take note, please do, because this is actually very important. There's noise. And yeah, so first is, let's say 12 months before, first is define your story. Meaning, you have to imagine already what's your role, like what is your theme for your big day. And you have to imagine your dress. And then third is establish a budget. Budget is very important because that's when you determine what kind of dress you are going for. And choose a date and time. And then when is it, and then this is when the 5 essentials take shape. Your story, your plan, your gown, your body, and your look. So that is like 12 months before. And then 8 months before, your bridal appointments need to be scheduled. Meaning you have to start calling your, the stores that you want to visit. Let's say if you want to visit us, CocoMelody, you are very much welcome. You can call us at 714-906-6668. Or you can email us. If you go online, you can also book you can book your appointment online, and then we will call you to confirm your appointment, because we really we highly recommend booking an appointment, because we get really booked, and then we would of course we want to accommodate you when you come in, and we want to pay attention to you and make sure that when you order the dress, it's perfect and it's being taken care of. So yes, so that's why it's very important to schedule your visit to any stores. Yeah. So begin shopping for your gown, and begin shopping for bridesmaids' dresses as well. So it's very important. So you also have to tell your bridesmaids and make sure that you have a solid idea of what gowns you want to wear, what gowns you want your bridesmaids to wear. So it's very important. So, and then 6 months before, this is the ideal time for making this is the ideal decision or deadline for making your big decision and ordering your wedding gowns. Because usually designers or bridal stores, we recommend going our brides to come 6 months before the wedding, so we have time to produce the dresses. We have time in case there's an alteration. We have time to fix them, because even though it's custom made, there will always be a minor alteration, because sometimes the length, and then sometimes if you lose weight, so we have to take it in, adjust. So always keep that in mind. That's very important. And then make sure when you go to, before you make an appointment, make sure you are compatible with the designer. Your aesthetic should jive with the designer or the bridal store that you are going. That's very important, because it's like there should be a connection. Wedding dress and the bride, it's like marriage as well. There should be a connection. So you have to imagine, you have to remember that, and begin deciding what your groom is going to wear. That yes, and you know, you also have to pay attention for, you know, for your groom, because you have somehow to match together when you are, you know, during your wedding. So you have to plan it and decide upon bridesmaids' outfits, since this will need time for alterations as well. So actually, sometimes it's difficult to organize your bridesmaids, because you know, most of them for sure they are, you know, in other cities. So you have to make sure that they are on time. Like they have to order or go to the designer ahead of time. And like 4 months before, you should have all your accessories purchased by this time. You know, most veils and accessories take around from month. You know, most accessories and veils, it takes a month to order. So I think better to order it ahead of time, so you won't get stressed, or in case you want to change your veil from short to long, you can always do that. And I always, speaking of veils, I always recommend my clients to order, you know, to make sure that when they try the dress, they have to see the veil, because you have to feel it. You have to make sure that the veil is, you know, it's the right veil for you, the right dress. Yeah. So, and then your groom should have his suit and tux ordered by now, by now. So 4 months before. And then make sure that the mother of the bride also is being taken care of. So make sure your mom order your dress already, or else, you know, you'll get stressed. Because sometimes mother, they tend to delay it a bit because they want to diet. But you know, I recommend 4 months before. And then the crucial part is 6 weeks to 8 weeks before. Your gown should be, you know, should have arrived already. Like, let's say if you order it in a store, we always make sure that we always give 60 days to 90 days allowance, and we're actually very fast, so it's good. You don't need to worry about us. And you have to order it ahead of time, and then make sure that 6 weeks before your wedding, your dress is there, and so you can try it, do the fittings. If there's an alteration, we can, you know, have it fixed, and you're you know, so you won't get stressed, because sometimes alteration takes time, especially if the dress is beaded, the dress is, and then the hemline of the dress is lace, because you have to remove all lace and then attach it again. So it takes a lot of time as well. So, and then another thing you need to do is your makeup. Makeup is very important. Oh, speaking of makeup, in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna invite like beauty gurus or like my makeup artist friends to come and visit, to come and join us and demonstrate like what's a good makeup for wedding. It depends on the venue also, because if it's a daytime or an evening time. So we'll go that later on. And yeah, so you have to, you know, consider your makeup artist already, and then do a trial makeup. This is very important. And then the week 4 weeks before, you have to schedule your fittings again. So you need to coordinate with your designer. You need to coordinate with the boutique about your fittings to make sure that they pay attention to your needs. And also your bridal party, they should also start doing the fitting, because it's only 2 months before. And then another crucial time is like 2 weeks before. This is when you should have your third or last fitting. Like 2 weeks before, this should be your final fitting. After that fitting, you should bring your dress already, and make sure that the dress is steamed, it's ironed before you pick it up in the store. So you have to coordinate with the salespeople, your designer, to make sure that it's ready. Sorry, I'm drinking wine. Oh, that's champagne. Oh, sorry. Okay, and another thing is, if you need a final trim for your hair, do it that time, like 2 weeks before. Because for hairstyling as well and your makeup, you have to look perfect, you know. So plan ahead of time so you won't get stressed. And then schedule a manicure and pedicure 2 weeks before, and then schedule a spa or whatever, so to pamper yourself. And then 1 week before, make sure you have your gown, of course, and all your accessories, and memorize your vows. So that's a good excuse for you to go out, maybe alone, and then write your vows and memorize them. And then take time for manicure. Manicure is very important. You know, nails, you know, hygiene is very important, and of course, nail polish is very important. And take time, you know, treat yourself in a massage. So, before we proceed to our next topic, which is the timeline for wedding, because we talk about the wedding gowns, when to order them, what to do, but the general topic, actually, to-do list and calendar for your entire wedding. So I have it with me. So to-do list, we have a to-do list. You love the pink one. Which one? The blush there. Thank you. The one in the middle. Okay. Let's talk about planning your wedding gown, like in general, not only like planning your wedding, not only wedding, I'm sorry. So 12 months prior to your wedding, you should get a binder. Binder is very important. Second organizer, that you can make a list, you can make a note, you can put your pictures. It's like your Pinterest, but it's more actual. And then set a budget that's right for you. This is very important. I will show you later. It's like a pie and how you divide your budget, your wedding budget. So you'll see later. And then start compiling your guest list. Guest list is actually very important because that's how you can determine like how many guests you want to invite, and which of them. So you need to edit and make sure you don't forget people that's important to you then and now. So you have to invite them, and then choose your location. Location is very important, especially if you have a theme, because also location. Also if you have a theme, is also important because the dress should match with the location. So yeah, and then aside from that, start researching and visiting like venues. Let's say if you have, if you want to do garden, or if you want to do beach wedding or destination wedding, it's very, very important to visit them before you even decide, because you can't just pick a location and then just go there on the day of the wedding. So that's impossible. So you have to feel it. You have to make sure that this is your dream venue and location or destination. So, and then if you are doing a destination wedding, make sure that you have your passport. I'm saying, making sure that you have your passport, because you won't be able to travel without your passport, especially if it's out of the country wedding. And then after that, you pick a date and then the location, you finalize it, make sure you book it properly, and then most of the venues they ask for that deposit, so better do that right away. So you get to secure the venue location. And then your wedding party. Wedding party is very important. So try to keep a manageable group. So especially if you're in the budget, and so you don't want to spend too much on like food or makeup or your dresses if you're paying for the dresses. But especially in the Philippines, you know, most of the brides they pay for the wedding party. But at least here in the U.S., every like, bridesmaid they pay their own dress, so which is good. And start looking for wedding rings. So wedding ring is also, of course, very important. So you have to go to a jeweler or visit the jewelry store and make sure they measure your fingers or and then start planning an engagement party. And let's say, okay, going back to, I have another timeline for the actual wedding. Let's say 10 to 12 months out. So decide your wedding dress. Like on Saturday, purchase wedding insurance. Well, some people buy wedding insurance, and because it helps also, let's say there's something happened during the wedding reception, so that you're insured, you're safe. And finalize your guest list. Save save a date and send out already to your guests, or just even text. Just, you know, first stage you can just text your guest or save the date. That should be fine, and then the save the date card to follow. And find out what the local marriage license requirements. So you have to find out the requirements of marriage license. So that's also very important. And 8 months before the wedding, you know, you have to start hiring a photographer. It's very important. Try to do this as soon as you've chosen a date, because especially if you wanna in-demand photographer, most of them they only do one client a day. So make sure you book them, or especially if it's a destination wedding, you have to book them. And again, 8 months to 10 months, start looking for the bridesmaid dresses. I told you that before. Consider the attire of the groom again. Get music samples. Yeah, a band, or if you wanna hire a band, if you wanna hire a DJ, make sure you know their genre, and then you should know also what genre you wanna play or you wanna hear and listen on the day of your wedding. Because me, I'm very particular with music. If ever I get married, I would love to have maybe an opera singer or a pianist, because it's gonna play all around. And then after dinner, probably I will hire a DJ. That I should do if ever I get married. I don't know when and who, but I want to get married. You know, actually that's the reason why I became a designer, because okay, going back to, I have a story to tell. Let's break this boring topic. I know is it boring, you guys? Am I boring you? Hold on, I think I need champagne. Okay, I have a story. Okay, when I was in the Philippines, I fell in love with this guy, and then we were getting to see each other, and then he told me that he's getting married, and he asked me to make the wedding dress. I said, "Oh my God, seriously?" And then so of course I met the girl and had to take her measurements. I had to design for her, and you know, the guy he's marrying is the love of my life. So it was really like painful. And when she was trying on the dress, the first fitting was okay, and then it closer and closer to their wedding, I couldn't finish the dress. I just can't, because it's like it should have been my wedding gown, and she's wearing them. Oh my God, so I was crying, and then the guy at my Smiths, he was freaking out, and well, okay, that's the story. That's why I hope someday I get to design my own wedding dress. If it's not a dress, maybe a suit. Who knows? I don't know. So yes, okay. Going back to calendar or timeline. Cheers, guys. I love the champagne. Life is boring without champagne. So okay, 6 months before, you have to hire. Again, I talked about this earlier. You have to start hiring a makeup artist for your wedding day, and keep in mind that that more people the artist working on, the more money it's going to be. It's going to cost you. So better to ask your bridal party to help you with the cost, because sometimes makeup artists, they give you a package, so it's better to book her or him with a package, so you can save. And discuss bridal shower and other parties with mothers and maid of honor, so you can start planning your bridal shower and start having fun. And you can also hire a stripper. I think it should be fun. I think most of my friends who get married, they always hire a stripper. I think it's fun. I always tell my girlfriend, if you're hiring a stripper, please invite me. I'd love to join the crew. So yes. So my brides, if you're getting married and then you're having you'll have your bridal shower and you invite a stripper. If you hire a stripper, please don't forget, invite me. I'm welcome. I'm open. I will cancel all my appointments. Just invite me. I need to see stripper. Anyway. So okay. So 6 months before. So I keep doing another little. So 6 months before, you also need to hire a videographer. Yeah. Nowadays, there's a lot of artsy videographer or like filmmakers. There's a lot of them. Like in the Philippines, there's a lot of like really good ones. So if ever you get married in the Philippines, I'm sure Filipinos, they know who's best there. So okay, and then order your invitations, order your stationery and your thank notes already. So talk to your designer about timing of day, of paper materials as well. So make sure that you coordinate with your graphic designer if you have one. It's better to coordinate with them. And then hire a lighting designer. Well, if you are in a budget, actually you don't need one, but if you wanna make sure that your venue is beautiful, you need to hire a lighting designer, because the ambiance is very important as well. And then finalize your hotel reservation if you're doing a hotel, if you're doing a ballroom reception, start booking that time already, or like a year, even after a year. And then your best man or your bridesmaid, make sure that they have their dresses. And then 4 to 6 months before, finalize your wedding attire. So it should be fitting already. You should order that. It should be 6 months before. Yeah. And then arrange if it's a destination, you have to arrange your transportation already. And for guests, and continue to fill your gift registry, which items in every price range, and write thank you notes for the gifts you receive, so that you can drop them off. You can mail them after the wedding. Shop for bride and groom's gift. So usually the bride shop a gift for the groom. So start shopping around that time. So make sure the gift that you shop is very, you know, significant to the groom or the bride. And you know, you also, if it's a location, you have to start ordering, or you know, rentals, or for, you know, such as chairs, tents, or linens, because it's very important. Because sometimes these caterers, they rent out their tables and tents and chairs. They get booked also fast, so make sure you book ahead of time. And if you're doing a destination wedding, make sure that you finalize your travel arrangement. Okay, so 3 months out, address the invitation or take them to a calligrapher. You can also have your invitation designer print and affix digital labels to save time and hassle. And then you can start ordering your wedding cake 3 months before. It's very important. Wedding cake is very important. Oh, I love cakes. And finalize your wedding favors if you're doing them, and make sure you do it like ahead of time. And attend dance lessons with your fiance. If you're doing a dance, you know, dance number, you should consider like doing it ahead of time, because choreography sometimes it can be difficult. So, you know, do it before, especially if the fiance doesn't really know to dance, so it takes a lot of time and effort. Okay, so uh, 2 months before the show, 2 months before the wedding, I'm sorry guys, address, stamp, and mail invitation should be out. Usually, this is done 8 to 10 weeks prior to the wedding. So make sure that it's out already, your wedding invitations. Purchase wedding gift basket items. So you start buying gift for souvenirs to your bridal party, if you're giving them to your sponsors, if you have, write and decide on wedding vows for the ceremony. Yeah, that's very important. Choose readings for the ceremony. Consider passages from the stories that means a lot to you, or poems that you both like. So, you know, if like brides, I'm kind of a romantic person, so I think I would love to have like a vow or a poem read. So I would do that. Finalize the short list of the photographer or videographer, so you can start booking already. And then make beauty appointments for the bride and bridal party. Be careful not to book anything you've never tried before. Yeah, this is very important. You know, because makeup artist and designer, it's like the same. There should be a compatibility with the makeup artist and the bride, because the makeup artist should know your skin tone, how, you know, sensitive your skin, and that's very important. Speaking of which, I'm gonna invite a beauty blogger in a couple of weeks, so she can join us and give beauty tips to our future brides, and that would be awesome. And yes, and arrange the bridesmaids' luncheon. So I think before the wedding, you know, you need to arrange a lunch with your bridal party, so you can talk about your plans, you can talk about your vision on your wedding day. So, and just tell your bridesmaid, don't screw this up, okay? Because this is your wedding. They just say yes. Whatever the bride say, and whatever the guy tells the bridesmaid, you should just follow. So please. You can't hear me clearly. Is it too? Oh no, I'm sorry. I'll go closer. Can you hear me now? So 1 month before the wedding, RSVP should be due 2 or 4 weeks prior to the wedding. Contact guests who have not responded by the due date. So yeah, start calling your guests, make sure they confirm, make sure that they confirm an RSVP, and finalize rehearsal dinner plans, the menu and then the decor. So you have to finalize it. And start working on seating arrangement and for your guests. So very important. So you cannot, you have to make sure that when you don't see people that has conflicts, so because it happens sometimes. You can't avoid it. So make sure that they want to sit together. And 1 month before, you need to have your shoes. Very important. And then make sure you have to break them in, because you don't want to suffer on the day of the wedding. So make sure you break them in. And send announcement information to the newspaper. So I guess you have to send announcement that you're getting married. And review special responsibilities with attendants, friends, family, and coordinator, including what you want to keep in at the end of the night and where it should go. So it's very important also. So you have to review special responsibilities, each and every one. 2 weeks before, pick up your wedding dress. Yeah, I said you have to pick up your wedding dress. I told you this before. And then finalize all the details with the caterers, with all your vendors. Make sure you meet them 2 weeks before, so you will know what's missing and what's going on. Yeah, and then pick up programs, menus, and any other day of paper materials. Finalizing seating chart and have escort cards and or place cards printed. Okay, week of the wedding. Week of the wedding, you need to pack your honeymoon stuff. If you're leaving immediately after the wedding, so it's very important. And then prepare final payment to your and final payment envelopes for your vendors. So make sure you don't neglect paying your vendors. And confirm your marriage license. Very important. So okay, this is very important. The day before the wedding. For the bride, make sure if you're wearing a backless dress like this one, you don't want to wear a bra on the day before, because sometimes it gives you there's a mark, so you don't want walking in the aisle and you have a mark in your back, so it won't look good. So make sure don't wear bras before the wedding, like a day before the wedding. Okay, so the day before make sure that all your bridal party, the bridesmaids will attend your rehearsal dinner. So it's very important. And on the day of the wedding, so you should have a wedding coordinator. Your wedding coordinator should advise you what to do, because that is very important. Okay. What time is it? Okay guys, we have questions that I can answer probably. Hi Marina, thank you for loving our affordable designs. Yes, we are very affordable. And yes, that's what we are here. That's why CocoMelody is here, because we want to cater to this huge market. This is a huge market because brides think that sometimes they get scared of getting married because wedding gown is very expensive. And speaking of budget, I want to show you the this one. I have a pie that I need to show you. Look, this. You see this? Okay. The most expensive, for your wedding, it says here like 40% of your budget goes to reception, catering, and venue. Yeah, I think that's the most expensive, part. And then 2% ceremony, maybe the priest or whatever. And then 10% flowers and decor. Photographer 8%, videographer 4%, wedding travel for 4%. What do you have to have more for the wedding travel? And wedding attire is 5%. Well, that is why we have CocoMelody, because we can cater to this. We can definitely do this. 5% or maybe less. So, rentals and lighting, so 6%. Music and audio, 8%. So music and audio meaning if you want to rent a sound system or a DJ or an artist or a singer, a lot, 8% of the budget. And then guest communications, 6%. Transportation, 3%. Gifts, 2%. And miscellaneous, there's 2%. So, yeah, so those are the standard wedding expenses. Take note of your priorities because it's very important. And then, okay, let's go to inspiration. When doing a wedding or anything that's an event, there should be an inspiration. So let's say you wanna, and then start. When you do that, you also need to do like a mood board if you wanna do inspiration. So you can do clip. You can cut from other magazines and then make a mood board of what is the feel of your wedding, the venue, and then the wedding gowns and the entourage and all that. So you have to start doing that as well. And then also includes the color. What's the color of the theme of your entourage, of your venue. So that's very important as well. Okay, so if you have questions, I can answer your questions now. I only have 15 minutes. Oh my God, I've been talking so much. I hope I wasn't boring you. And I will read these questions. Hi Emma. Yes, I would definitely advise the bride to go to a bridal shop to try on dresses. Very important before even purchasing them. And so, because you need to understand your body and then what silhouette fits, your body. That's very important as well. And we do that. If you want to make an appointment with us, you can call us, and you can definitely try on different kind of dresses and different kinds of shapes and silhouettes. Hi, Jaiseline. Oh, I'm glad that your dress is there already. And I think the veil is to follow, correct? You got the dress? I want to see it. Make sure you take picture of the dress and then send it to us, okay? Oh, the middle one is your dress? Oh, that's nice. Perfect. Thank you. Hi, Mi. Can you hear me now? Grace, when are you coming? When are you visiting to our shop? Hi, Ryan. Can you hear me now, Ryan? Oh, by the way, guys, do you see the painting there at the back? This is painted by my friend Ryan Pauls. He's an amazing artist, and he's making another one for me. I'm excited. I can't wait. So thanks, Ryan, for this. And he also helped me today to do, the lights, arrange the lights and all that. So thank you, Ryan. Hi, Muriel. Yeah, you can bring your own design as well. That's possible, but I recommend just, if you visit, we have a lot of, samples that you can try on. But of course, bringing designs is, it's welcome. Yes, Jason, I can't wait to see your dress. So you got the middle one? It's beautiful. Oh. Yeah, I use the back detail because the front doesn't have that much detail, right? Highland Padilla. Yeah, our shop is located in the U.S. We are located in Los Angeles at the California Market Center, and our suite number is A381. And we have other location as well. We have stores in Japan, in Tokyo. We have 3 branches in Japan. There's one in Tokyo, Nagoya, and Fukuoka. And we have one in Austria. We have one in Germany, in Netherlands, and of course Los Angeles. So hopefully soon we'll open more branches. Hopefully. Hi, Marielle. I need a green dress and I have an idea. Yes, I am the designer, so I can work with. If you visit our store, we can of course collaborate. Just bring your your design. Just bring the picture if you have one, or if you have sketch. Let's talk about it. Don't you love my hair today? Isn't it beautiful? I love my hair today. My hairstylist did a great job today. I actually rushed this morning before I go to work, so I had to run and meet up with my hairstylist. His name is Khalil. He's really good. Khalil. And yes, it's a good hair. You like it? I love it. Okay, so we only have 10 minutes. So do you have more questions, guys? Please let me know if you have more questions. I can definitely answer you. And hey, I usually don't do this, but you can follow my Instagram. My personal Instagram is Pueyq, Pueyq. So funny. Hold on. What else? Hey Alex, Christine, nice to see you too. Hi, Lindsay. Yes, we do make dresses for gifted girls, bigger girls. Yes, we do that. And of course, we'll make one for you. Lindsay, are you based in Los Angeles? You can visit us. Hi Kim, thank you so much. Hi, hello to Cheryl Thomas and my cousin Manny Carpina. So next week we will talk about beauty. So I will have a beauty blogger, and hopefully I can get a makeup artist. So someone posted an angry. Who's angry? Oh wait, guys! I want to show this dress. Look at the details of this dress. It's beautiful. I'm gonna show you the back. This is the back details. This is a mermaid silhouette. You can't really see the bottom because of the video is limiting. And then you see the details. It's all covered buttons from here all the way down, and then you can see the hand beading. It's beautiful. And the reason why I turned this around because the front is, well, forget this because it's a bit bigger. So this is it's more things, it's all lace. So when you turn around, the drama is at the back, so it's beautiful. And then the color at the landing is blush. Nowadays, like brides, they want to wear wedding dresses that has color, so it's perfectly fine. And I love that because it's new. It's something new. And then this one. This is beautiful. This is actually my favorite. If I get married, I'd probably wear something like this, but more dramatic neckline or more dramatic sleeves, probably more theatrical. So if you're doing more theatrical wedding, this is a perfect dress for that. But then again, we can always change the color. If you don't like this color, we can change this to ivory or dark ivory. And this is actually see-through. You don't see, this one doesn't have a lining, so you can see the skin here. But it doesn't, even though it's see-through, it doesn't look tacky. It's still decent, so don't worry about it. And then, most of our dresses actually, it's laced up. But we can always change this to buttons or zipper, like the other one there. And yeah, this is a ball skirt, a ball gown. This is an A-line. This is a perfect A-line. Yeah, this is more of a traditional wedding gown, like the typical sweetheart illusion with a strap and with a belt. Well, you can also request your designer or your store if you want a detachable belt or you want all white belt, so that's fine. And well, hi Danielle, hi again. I know, right, Jayceline? Someone put an angry face. I don't know why. Am I annoying? Wait, I'm going to show you more. I only have 4 minutes, but hold on. Okay, guys, look at this beautiful dress. This is a see-through lace, and then this is a mermaid. We use this stretch crepe. This is a very good material. Look at this, it's the details, it's beautiful. But we can put lining if you don't want it to see-through as well, so we can do that. And the back is beautiful. This is a scoop back. This is what they call the scoop back. And this is zipper, and then there's a pad, you know, a touch pad, and yeah, I love this dress. We call this the J-Lo dress. Yeah, Nick, our store manager, he calls it J-Lo dress. So I'll give the credit to him. Hold on, I have another one. Here's another one. I love this. This is the Sandra dress. This is actually, the lining is, you know, it's attachable. There's a separate lining. And you can change also the lining into like different colors, ivory or champagne or nude, so whatever, you can change it. And too bad I don't have that much space. I don't have space for this dresses. So next time I will put some more. Hopefully I get a bigger space so I can show you more dresses. So guys, thank you so much for today. Thank you. I'm sweet. Hi Alex, thank you so much. Yes, our beaders in our factory, they're really amazing. They're really good. And yeah, and Crystal, yes, we have size 6 dresses. We do have a lot of size 6 in the store. But you're in Australia? Oh, you can email our customer service, and you can contact. You can ask for Alleen or Sherry. They can answer you about the sizing, and then if you are overseas. Bernal Angie. Hi Bernal. Our price range starts at $350. Would you believe our wedding gowns start at $350? But we charge custom-made fees, service charge, and shipping. But it's still not much compared to the other stores. And then the best thing about our store, our designs. And thank you. Email us. Do you know our email? It's service@CocoMelody.com. Oh yes, Cheryl is amazing. I love them, Sherry. And guys, it's 9 o'clock already. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Thank you for watching, and I hope I was able to give you tips today. And hopefully, I'm not really a host, so I'm trying. I'm still get nervous once in a while, So hopefully I get used to this and I'll be more comfortable. So please be patient with me if I, sometimes can't focus. But thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. And I will see you again next week. Thank you so much. So have a good night, and I love you all. Thank you. Thank you, Crystal. Goodbye, guys. Thank you so much. Catch me again next week. Bye-bye.